Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to another one of my Quickie series. Today I'm going to show you another way to do oxide inks, and this is kind of a camo sort of method. I'll show you just a few that I've done here, and just mention that a lot of these are just one single color. You can do multiple colors, but you want to be careful that those colors will actually mix together nicely, because otherwise you're going to make mud. But I found the best is just a single color or two very light colors. This one is simply vintage photo, and this one's raspberry, picked raspberry and lemon. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of watercolor paper, because you're going to be using a lot of water, and you're going to need some oxide inks. And I'm going to choose some neutrals because I want to kind of make this look like camo, so I'm going to choose forest moss. And at first I think frayed burlap, but no, we're going to go ahead and go with the gathered twigs. And what you want to do is just simply get the color on. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't matter if there's circles or lines in it, none of that matters. Just get the paper covered in the ink. And I first start out with the forest moss and just cover the whole paper. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of gathered twigs just here and there, kind of just to get, you know, that extra color in there, to kind of get that sort of camo feel. And what you need is the little ink blower, or you can use a straw, but boy, you're going to get out of breath. And what you want to do is you're going to pour your water on your surface, not on your paper, and then you're going to lay your blower flat and blow the water onto the paper with a good hard shoot, and then just blow that water around. And you can see it's kind of making all those little lines in there. And blow as much or as little as you want, but the more you blow, the more cool little tendrils you'll get. And you can do multiple layers of this with more layers of ink if you want to, but again, I would make sure that your ink is gonna, you know, blend well together. So what I did was I just did one on each side, and then I'm just gonna go in and dry that off, because my next layer I'm going to be doing some lifting. So this layer we didn't lift, we just kind of let the water go. So I've got my paper towel, and this time I'm going to go for the four corners and just blow that water around, and then lay the paper towel on and lift. Next corner, same thing, blow the water on. Yeah, you want to get as many little tendrils as you can, and then go ahead and lift. Blow the water on the corner there, or however you want to. Play with it, it's fun. And go ahead and lift. And then we'll get that final corner. Spray the water on and lift. So now you can see we've got multiple colors and depths of color going on here. So what I want to do is I actually want to put on some of this mica spray stain, and I'm looking for my crooked broomstick. And I keep picking up the straight micas, and I've got the crooked broomstick. And this stuff, I'll tell you, does not spray as nicely as the water does. So, you know, you pretty much are going to get it the first go around, but it does make really nice tendrils. And so I'm doing these in the centers again of all four sides and just blowing them around. And I know it looks weird, but I needed a little bit more over here. But by the time you're finished, it looks pretty cool. And the color ones I did, I was thinking they'd make really neat butterflies, just because they have that kind of veiny feel to them. Let's get a little bit more of this mica spray blow it around. Yeah, look at that little leftover there on that little edge, and go ahead and wipe up my mica spray. And I'm going to go ahead and dry this off again. And I'm going to do a final layer of water, and you'll see the finished product. So I'm doing water same way I did before because I want to blow that mica around. And it didn't really blow around very well by itself. It's a little bit thicker, more viscous. So I'm just going to go in multiple places and squirt in some more water, blow that mica around. And it's just a little drop of water goes a long way, but the trick is to, you know, squeeze really hard with the little bellows tool, your very first squeeze, so that you can get it to spray out as far as possible. And it's really not that messy because it goes, you know, onto the paper because you've got your paper just at a slight angle when you're doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and dry it off. And then I really want to bring out the color in that. And I'll just dab off the little excess water. And I'm going to actually grab my Distress glaze, micro glaze. And I'm just going to rub it on the paper and see how it brings that color right back out. So I'm just rubbing it around the paper. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and buff it off. See, I did this one. This was black and hickory smoke. And one of my mica sprays. And that was a Technique Junkies mica spray that I used on that one. Now I'm going to just go ahead and edge it. I first start with the forest moss, but it's just not dark enough, so I'm going to go in with the gathered twigs and just edge it. And I'll show you what something might look like on there once it's finished. You could put your little fall leaves in the colors you like. On mine, I'm going to put this deer because it's a camo card. Well, thanks everyone for checking me out again today and hanging out with my Quickie. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and leave a message if you like. I love to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.